stole. That's all right, we're alive though. Good to see everybody. Good to see y'all. Y'all definitely been missed. Appreciate y'all. That's all right, that's all right. All right, we here once again by the corner, Mr. Yahushua. Didn't have to do it, but it done it again. And here we are. Ain't that right? All right, all right, all right. So, guess everybody all right. We living anyway. Ain't that right? Yes, sir. Definitely could be somewhere. They got another virus out of some type. I heard they had the vice president kind of hemmed up over in Asia. They got some new virus out now. I don't know if they even call it corona. Apparently it causes all kind of problem and brain damage at the same time. So they held her up. They thought she might have contracted or something. So they had to hold her for a little while longer. She finally made it back. Who knows what she might have. That's what you get when you go playing around with these people in these strange places. Isn't that right? Y'all know these diseases. A lot of times folks don't realize when you overseas, there's some diseases them people can live with. But once you leave there and you transport over here, that thing won't viral. They get bad. You know, there's some believe that coronavirus is something that the United States and China kind of concocted together. Who knows with these people, the truth of the matter is. What I believe in, make sure you're living right. That's right. If you ain't living right, it don't make no difference in the way you get a vaccine or not, you still gonna burn. That's right. At the end of the day, the only reason you should be here is to make sure you're right. That's why I'm here. Yes, sir. I made my soul my number one and first priority. Above anything, above health, wealth, or anything else. What good is your health and your wealth gonna do if you ain't got no sustainable place to go when you leave here? You know, we're in an unstable situation when you're here. That's just being honest. Everything, it ain't even day to day. It's minute to minute, second to second. That virus going along, you wearing the mask and everything, got people vaccinated, they putting them in the hospital. The anything whether transmutant or whatever they say they're doing, so who knows anyway, the whole thing come down to it. I don't put my whole life around what disease is doing. I'm just making sure I'm doing what I need to do at the end of the day. That's right. I told y'all guys over the course of time, and it's been the same thing. Count up everything you got. At the end of the day, what's the most important thing you got? It need to be you. If you and your salvation not the most important thing you got, you ain't got nothing anyway. Because everything you got going to be tested, going to be tried. That's how we're going to see where you at. You get tested with your kids, you get tested with your wife, you get tested with your husband, you get tested with yourself, you get tested with your finances, you get tested with your personal possessions, you get tested just so many things, just your mental stability. At the end of the day, what's the most important thing to you? That's what I try to make sure I found them at all times. I try to, keep a mindset on making sure I'm right at the end of the day. You don't get old, don't care how quick, how fast, how strong, all that gonna diminish. Don't care how black your hair is gonna whiten up, you keep living. Everything your teeth, they're gonna fall out eventually. Everything you got aches and pains gonna settle in. At the end of the day, the only thing you got that's sustainable is your salvation. Because no matter what you do, you're gonna leave him. You can work out, eat right, take all your vitamins and shots, and don't do drugs or liquors, and don't do nothing harmful and treat people right, you're still gonna die. You can drink and smoke crack, treat people rotten and rob and steal and rape. You're still gonna die. Yep. Some people, where their stupidity is, they're thinking, well, what's the point of trying to live right? We're gonna die anyway, so you're gonna live like a baboon's, baboon behind. At the end of the day, what is gonna profit you? Because we all gotta we all gotta go to the judgment. And we go to the judgment, that way everything gonna get settled right now. Right there, everybody gonna know what's really been determined. So, a lot of people put a lot into the things they got or things they're trying to achieve. At the end of the day, if I just got a peace of mind, that beat a lot of stuff. I had a lot of things. I've been a few places and done some stuff. At the end of the day, it's having the rest to play. That's the most important thing to me now. I appreciate what I got now. I appreciate what I got. I ain't gonna say I don't appreciate it. At the end of the day, though, that won't save me. So I'm here every time I come, every day, I'm trying to make sure that I'm confirming a relationship. At the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. I'm creating a relationship. I'm not fabricating a relationship. A lot of times, people good with fabricating a relationship. Let me get myself together. Let me work on this. Let me do that. At the end of the day, if you ain't working on your salvation, everything else you're doing is in vain. He said it that way. Ain't nothing you gonna do. I'm gonna go take me some time. I'm gonna get back, which I'm gonna go get myself together and come back. He ain't gonna let it work. He ain't gonna let it work. Cause the first thing you need to get right, you need to get peace with him. If you ain't got no shalom with Yahuwah, ain't nothing you gonna do gonna work. It's gonna be a false premise of stability, and you're gonna fall. That's the first thing I try to look at, maintaining. Y'all know how many different things you can encounter in a day, in a week, in a month, in an hour, in minutes, At the end of the day, it's some stuff that unraveled. People, whole worlds have unraveled. People have been normal, and what they call normal. Nobody's normal. And, you know, people have been conscious, they were believed to be conscious. And then something come in and happen, that thing, you know, they're unconscious. They can't remember 1 minute from the next. People that, you know, memory loss, they got memory loss, meaning they had to have it before. People who, they said that such and such went blind, what did they really tell us? At one time they could see. That's what happened. Of course, this is life. Nothing's owed to you. Nothing's promised to you other than your relationship that he said what he said he'll do. Everything that he said he'll do is contingent upon you doing your part. You know how many times I've been guilty and people are guilty of trying to look at him to do something for them when you had never met up to your part of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? You said if I hold my peace, you'll fight my battle. Is that all I told you? That if you just be quiet, when some situation, I'll fight you. You know, people quote in there. What does you think go with that? I got laws, statutes, commandments, and judgment. I got obligations you got to meet, and you going to hold me to, if I hold my peace, let the Lord fight with me. Are you serious? Is that all you saying now? Now you want to come to me and try to hold your peace and say, let me fight. Don't do it. This is something we got to continually do. This is a constant. And where the real proof of the pudding come in at, if you can do it in the midst of adversity. Who can't do it when ain't nothing bothering them? Who can't keep their mind? Who couldn't show up if they ain't had nothing going on? How many of y'all here ain't got nothing going on? That's what I thought. Everybody got something going on. And that's what he's looking for. Who's gonna break the norm? It be people here, if they ain't had nothing going on. If I had a ride, don't you know he looking for somebody, if they ain't got a ride, they'll walk if they have to. He ain't never nobody, they'll come and they got no ride. He never somebody gonna go, listen, I'm gonna make a ride. I'll get a ride. I'll press my, if you only doing what the average person do, what makes you different? I was talking about, we was doing something in the gym, I was telling them about it. When they say averages, school teachers are familiar with it. The averages are based off of, like they said a test score rating, a pass and a fail. That's based off of average. You're not impressing them when you hit this level. We only set the bar based off of so many people we allowed to take the test. And we said, this is an average. You should at minimum be here, and you come to that standard. What's different? You met the minimal requirements. You want people to jump up and clap for you? He's looking for people just like Kyle, that we'll call the virtuous woman, which is a warrior, somebody at war, somebody that's strong, okay? Because he said many have done favorably, but you've excelled them all. You got people, I mean the basic skill test came out. 86 was my graduation year. We were the second year to take it. We had the line, which was the average. You had to come in, my stuff was like just over that line a little bit. I looked at that thing, I said, I'm dumb, but I'm smarter dumb than the average. It really wasn't that funny. It's a true story. I'm like, you the one I'm telling jokes, you don't laugh that hard. You know what I'm saying? But my thing was like, I was kind of happy. I said, shoot, man, they had that average line, they had that line, and your stuff had to come busted. That means Buster was preaching and he didn't put the top back on. All right. So that was the average right there. Oh, that's average. How you do it? Average. So my stuff came over that line. My stuff was like right there. Seriously, this where y'all playing right? This is a true story. Who want to fight? Y'all don't want none of mama cooking. Y'all good? I got time today. Y'all done crossed the line today now. Listen, I struggle with this test. This ain't nothing to play with. So my stuff was like right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting that line and I had something like right there at that line. So I passed it though. It was there. I looked, I said, shoot. I said, look at that boy. I said, man, I passed it over the line. Then you see some nigga line. Listen, there's no line. They line went to the end of the paper. And came, listen, there's no lie. They line went past that all the way to the end of the paper and came back around on the back. I said, I fold my back. I was done. I ain't got to talk about. I passed. That's all we need to talk about. Because I looked at that thing, I was just happy I passed it. But then you look, you said, then I went over. And you watch somebody's stuff shoot to the end of the paper and it came back around the backside. I ain't show nobody that. Y'all just learned about it then. If folks still wonder where my line's at, y'all know. But you know these people like that, they went way and above. These are people you call exceptional. That's what I look at for anybody that's kudash. You're exceptional. Because what you're doing, every person can't do it. That's right. Not being honest. Anybody set their mind to be saved? Shoot, man, listen, you're exceptional. Because he set standard. The every person ain't going to do it. They got problems. They got situations. They got hang-ups. They got us. Can't do it. For me, listen, I got to do it. I ain't got no time. I attach my life to this thing right here. Y'all hear me? Listen, when you live a life, a lot of failures, or walking off, or quitting stuff, at some point you had to get to where you got to change. You can't live your whole life like that. That's right. You can't live your whole life like that. At some point you got to change. You got to know for yourself what you'll do. Y'all hear when Shaul said he was persuaded that nothing gonna separate him from the Ahab Elohim. What you just one day you feeling good, spirit, man, spirit moving you, and you jump up, you say out your mouth, or you been tested. You've been pushed to the uttermost. I've been pushed to every limit. To persuade to mean to influence. I've been so highly influenced that ain't nothing gonna separate me from it. Now, you know, they'll look for somebody come on, man, come away. No, sometimes it ain't nothing got to come. It could be you pull you. Sometimes my biggest fights can be us. You can be your biggest hang up and your biggest slowdown. When you get past you can beat everybody else. That's the truth. Most of our failure coming, you have to make up your mind too. So like I was talking with CJ, got some information. They told him. I said, this is what you have to do. You have to succumb to some stuff. That being honest, you had to succumb to it. Man, I remember when I got shot, I laid up in that bed, and that man told me it was a chance I wasn't gonna be able to walk again. I got up, and I was shot, I was sitting down, I got up, I took a couple stretches. They said I got on the stretcher, you know, and then I didn't get back up after that. I was at the hospital. And that man mentioned that to me. I sat that man out there, I was thinking, walk again, couldn't walk. I'm trying to think, how is it I wouldn't be able to walk again? That don't make sense to me. It didn't compute to me how I wasn't gonna be able to walk again. In my mind, I'm fanning these guys come get me, because you gotta do that. You gotta make a nigga feel like he's still a unique, you know what I'm saying? You know, come get me, you know, take me downstairs, you know. Then I like them niggas like, man, leave that cripple nigga home. Cause I know what I would have did, man, leave that cripple nigga. I ain't got time to pick that. We could go get some hole, gotta get a wheelchair to push that cripple nigga. I know how Khadijah kind of, like Hayward told the folk, they tried to sell him some old janky clothes. He said, listen, the people I hang with, he said they merciless. He said, he said he told them folk they tried to sell. He said, you don't know the people that I hang with. I can't wear this. And he right. He can wear it. We finna let in on that thing too. And then y'all know the thread. You gonna wake up, y'all gonna have 500 through. Y'all have 500 texts about that more. Y'all know how it work. And that's all the heart. That's how it work. So, you know, I put in my mind what I was gonna do. I was persuaded that I was not going to give in to it. I was not going to succumb to no wheelchair. And I was not going to succumb to that. And I fought it, and I went. I used to fall. Sometimes I walk that leg like it just locked. It just locked. Maybe I'd have gone on the road with my hurts. I look like I make niggas laugh. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, niggas laugh. I tell all these jokes. I mean, Barney Mac, all these niggas want to buy my stuff, even though he did. All these folk want my stuff. And I tell these folk my true life, they just bust out laughing out of nowhere. You good, big man? Because I saw you laughing too. No, I'm talking about you. Don't be looking behind you. I'm talking about you. But, you know, you have to accept certain things. You have to accept failures. You have to accept certain things. I learned how to take certain things for what they are. And there's some things I fought to overcome that I didn't. I learned to accept that some things you just got to succumb to. But you ain't got to accept everything. It's some things in life. It don't matter how hard you fight it. It's just you're not. But you know what? Because he teach you something. You are a man, so you have limitation. That don't mean that I'm going to be limited. Y'all understand what I just told you? Yes, I'm a man. Just like he told in your call, he said, you set your law just like Elohim. He said, but you a man. And you're not. So he's given us an ability. I have to succumb to some things. It's some things I will not accept. Y'all got it? I refuse to do it. I just refuse to succumb to it. I refuse to accept it. I refuse to allow it to happen, and I keep fighting. That's what he gave me. Then there's some things, you know what? I said, I'll accept. You have that balance. Now, you know something before heard me? Preacher said, you don't take nothing. Did preacher say that? Because people will hear what they want to hear. But see, he teaches you a balance. Got it? Do I have to accept this? Do I have to succumb to this? Y'all got it? Then some things, guess what? You just got to succumb to it. You've been fighting, you'll keep fighting it because that's what you do when you're a trooper. When you're a quitter, you do what you do, you quit. You find excuses, you blame other people. You look for other reasons why, because I'm black. And the system against me, these folks can't stop me if they want to. It's impossible because I refuse to accept it. Hello? Now that's on a natural level. Let's deal with my salvation. I worked so hard to get to the point of where I am, and working to even achieve, greater. There's no way in the world I can stop. If I can fight that natural fight, this warfare I got to fight it. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at the reward. It's the reward I get when I keep fighting at him. When I keep trying, I keep going, and then it click, it happen, it work. I see a benefit. Surely my benefit is greater than what I work for him for the flesh. So I put more stability, more ability in it to try to make sure I don't fail at this. I will not accept not being saved. I will not accept not making it to America. Now you guys in Washington, you will accept that, I might not just make it. I might not make it in. Maybe I'm just him. For him, everybody here be saved but me. Let me tell you something. I gotta be saved. I'm the seed of your coat. Come on for hypothetical. You are the person hypothetically going around and you touch people and you touch them, they say, all right, go ahead. Where you going? Okay, go ahead, then tell them. Where you going? You see what I'm saying? What go ahead. What else? See, I ain't gonna be saved. See, I can't be saved. That's how you say one person. Oh, come on back, Ken. Ken, you're not a good savior. That's all I'm saying. That's why that name wasn't Karen when he came. You say, can't say one person going back to them. Going back. Show me. Ken, you ain't gonna make it. Ain't gonna be so many folks dragging you, pulling you down. They gonna know. They ain't gonna have Ken hide without falling. But this is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. All of your life, embattlements and troubles and different things you have, sickness on. These are things that we have to struggle through and stay and maintain a certain type of workers and a certain type of ethic. You got to maintain. Because something is always trying you, whether it's a person, whether it's an illness, whether it's a financial situation, whether it's just a situation, whether it's just an embattlement in your mind or something you deal with, whether it's your past. None of this ever stop, but it can't stop what you're trying to achieve. What did you come here for? I asked y'all, why did y'all come? Why did you come here? Be saved. Okay, I don't like you. What they got to do with you being saved? Don't pray me in the preacher. What they got to do with you being saved? Won't you leave though? Because I don't like you. Why did you come here? Okay, Carrie got more money than you got. Won't you leave because you ain't got the money Carrie got? Why? I'm trying to think. Cannon don't like me. Carrie got more money than me. I ain't going to be saved. That's all got to be to it. Why else would that be happening? Why am I wasting my time about what he got and what he got? At the end of the day, I can't be saved. What happened, we start to put other stuff. Now what he done moved to, how they do him, he done made it now. It ain't about being saved, it's about me liking him. What I like him ain't got nothing to do with this salvation. Now he done made it about how much money Carrie got versus what did that have to do? If you had the same exact money Carrie got, how is that going to save you? I try to tell you that because sometimes people just kind of wrap themselves in these words. You forget why you came. People have walked off for a relationship. Did you come with that relationship? Right. You were here before the relationship. Right. What did you come for? Right. How did I exchange a man or woman for my salvation? You see what I'm saying? I don't get it. It be different. Me and my wife came, then it's a struggle on. When we came together, he gave, I didn't even know you. I heard a man preaching. It convicted me. I came because of that. How did I change and allow a situation, whether it's a person, whether it's a finance, whatever the situation, it was people, how many of y'all, when you heard if you had to stay outside, you'd have stayed outside? You know, he'll come on later. Now it'll be a struggle, man, on where you're going to stay. I want to be him. But I'm trying to really focus on, I need to get me somewhere to stay. Once I get that done, then I can focus on salvation. Listen, Whew, it was hard for me. I came from a lifestyle. I wasn't doing that when I got here. I was doing something before I stopped. You know what I'm saying? So I had to let stuff go. And that was a struggle for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived a pretty decent life. You know what I'm saying? I did what I wanted to do. I drank what I wanted to drink. I drove good. I dressed. I did a lot of stuff. So I had to say, away with that. And I didn't do that. That just didn't happen. That was a lot of struggle. That was a hard struggle. But eventually I done it. I said I had to go stay with my dad. So I had to let go to play. I had a home. I had an apartment. I had to let that go. Then I had to go stay with my dad. It's like, how did I wind up, here? But I know why I did it. I couldn't, nobody else will understand it because to them it just looked like where you failed and you had to go back. So you have to fight past that. Don't let that get you, because first thing I look at, I'm going to have to go ahead and go sell drugs to get back so nobody don't think I failed. And you know who that whole thing was in my mind? Who fight it? Nobody came to me ever and told me, you failed, you back him. That was something I was going to create in my mind, and that was going to be my rationality for why I'm finna go back out there. Nobody never came to boom, boom, you failed. Nobody. See, a lot of times our fight is us. Because you forget why you came. I had to let a lot of stuff go. I sold some stuff, got rid of some stuff. I just wanted to get rid of my past. I just wanted to get rid of stuff connected me with my past. It were people I just cut off with. I just wanted to, at the end, I just want to be done with that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a peace of mind. And then we'll come and we'll forget what it was we were trying to obtain. I want to be saved. Saved meant to me a peace of mind too. And then we'll get involved with people. We'll get situations. We'll make friends with people. And we forget all about why we're here. My friend gone. I gotta go with my friend. How did you come? With your friend? And even if you did, people make choices. At some point, I had people, we were, but when that debunk come, the word come, that changes that relationship. Our relationship will never be the same. That's just bottom line. Listen, my relationship with all y'all is contingent upon where you at. Yep. I can assure you that. Anybody know me should know that. You'll never have to change your phone number because of me. I assure you, your number is safe. Because I'm with the arm of Elohim. His people is his strength. He called me his arm. That's what I'm with. 100%. That's what I got to do. I done been with them people like them folks ain't, them people temporary. They with you with, none of them niggas ain't do nothing. None of them niggas came, and many people, I took care of people. Y'all hear me? Y'all know that's my nature anyway. I help people. None of them niggas can't see me and say, you took care of me. Here's a check. Here's cash. Folks withdraw from you. When you can't do what you do for people, people withdraw from you. That's an inner situation, and that's how it should be. I look at this. You can't benefit me out there. I'm trying to go straight. You going left. We can't be no benefit. And if we walk, ain't no way we're going to be together. Because I'm agreed on going straight. You agreed on taking a left. Ain't that right? You're going to turn and think you're right. But right it going straight. Maybe that'll help somebody. Yes, sir. That's my story. Yes, sir. That's my story. Listen, everybody here get different challenges. Everybody. Some of y'all married, some of y'all not married anymore, separated, you still married, different things happen. Because life come to try you on things. Sometimes you don't really know what you can do till you really get tested. You'll assume what you can do. You'll think what you can do. Till you get put in a situation, you really don't know what you can do. It's been some y'all put, and I watch you just blossom and you move. It grooms you in a way where it grows. You just realize how you don't take things for granted now, or how you look at things differently, and how you consider at the end of the day, I gotta stay focused. Some of y'all whole world have been ripped apart, but you hung here and you stayed. Your work won't go unrewarded. I'm just telling you, it can't go. Listen, he is not unjust. He's not like unashamed. He's not unjust. That's just being at the end of the day, remember what you came here for. I tell you about it. I remember what I came for. That's why I'm here. Me back out there don't make sense. Don't make sense for you to pray for me if I decide to go out there. Because I couldn't go out there ignorantly. I couldn't go out. Can't nobody fool me to go back out there. I was a fool when I was out there. That ain't happening. Ain't nothing I can work out there. The only thing he told me to work out, he told me, work out your own salvation. That's what I'm working on, my salvation. And you know how he want me to do it? Tremble. And that, you know how they worked it out? That's how they did it. How you know that, Alvin, since you said it? You feel? He said, because how y'all know that? Mount Sinai. That's right. When he talked to them, y'all know what happened? He made the rock start trembling, and the people feared. You know what they were doing? They were working out their salvation. They told them they were going to die. And you know what? They were scared they were going to die. That's how I come through him. I came through with fear and trembling. I knew I was going to die. And I knew that man had troubled me to realize, son, you got to cut it off. You ain't going to make it. Some of y'all need that. You need somebody on your heels, and then you can't make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you keep going and look like maybe you're getting a break, then something else happen. Then look like maybe you're getting a break, maybe letting up, then something else happen. To where you realize, you ain't getting a break. This man on my heels. You somebody walk and they dead on your heels. I'm telling you, feel on your, that's why I can't go nowhere. A lot of stuff, I just can't find them. Y'all guys can do stuff like, some of y'all here, now they won't probably say it, some of y'all will. You can picture yourself not making it and everybody say I'm making it. What's wrong with you? What you got to do is what everybody else saying I got to do. That's part of the cycle of what he give you. Everybody else ain't going to make it but you. That'll be a choice you'll make. You got to succumb to that. I can't accept it. Somebody else got to lose. That's their bottom line. Ain't nowhere in the world. I got to make it in. Let me tell you, tell me, what's the superpower you got to have to make it? How much you got to live? Come on, how fast you got to be? How much karate you got to know? How long you got to be able to box? Come on, what is it? What is it that you got to have? How light-skinned you got to be? How dark-skinned? Tell me, how tall? How short? What's the perfect weight to make it in? Y'all niggas ain't got no answer. Help me out. So now explain me now, everybody making it in with you. So what is it that they got that you ain't got? Because I ain't getting no answers. Tell me what counts you out and what put them in. I'll tell you what does it. What you willing to do. What you willing to do. That's the only thing keep you out. And you know what you got to do? You got to be willing to do it. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, I got to do it. That's all to it. If another man can accept it and have a mindset that he'll do whatever it takes to make it in, I can assure you, I got that same mind. Hello? The only thing that'll keep you from making it is you. So when I'm preaching, how many of y'all hear this? Woo, 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 woo. That's tight. That's what happened. That's your memo. I said, how many of y'all hear me saying woo, woo, woo? I guess. I love it. That's like just a woo, woo. No. She probably thought I said, who hear me saying that right now, right? You scared me for a minute. I was looking, you throw your hand on like that. She said, he said, yeah, didn't have to say that. How many of you can hear me right now? How many of y'all can understand what I'm saying? So, how you not gonna make it in and all these people gonna make it in if you can hear me and they can hear me too? The only way they gonna make it in, they gotta be able to hear me. Not only hear me now, they gotta be able to perform what they hear. So explain to me how you can't make it in and these people gonna make it in if you can hear it. I've been there. The reason why I'm telling this to y'all, I've been where you at. Oh yeah, I've been there. I looked around and I felt like that too. That those people gonna make it, I wasn't gonna make it. I did. I said, they gonna wind up making, I ain't gonna make it. They gonna get it, I ain't gonna get it. He's not gonna pick me. You gotta believe that. And you know why? And I looked at those people sat around, them folk lied. Them people lied and they put on like they had some spirit, they run you like, I never had it where I could jump up and just run around on church. I just didn't have that. That wasn't me. I said, well, they got more than I got. They got it. You know, they got it. You know, spirit come, they just start running, and we'll start putting those feats of and call that an attribute of being saved, versus it's a performance. That's all it is. Whatever the man say do it. Whatever the man say do it. Now, it's some things that you'll hear that'll be challenging. There'll be some things you'll hear that'll put you in some stress positions. But at the end of the day, it's all about what are you trying to obtain? Hello? What are you trying to obtain? That's all it's about. What are you trying? You got to always remember, what am I trying to obtain? So when I just know, when I'm understanding what to expect, which is everything, then things don't just throw me. When I'm looking for, when you get saved, the devil don't even bother. When you tell that devil something, if you do all that talking to the devil, you shouldn't have no problem. Because he the one causing all these problems. So all this stuff folks tell you, just stop it. Expect everything. Expect the worst of. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of settle your mind to realize that things are going to challenge me because I'm going to go beyond the average person. The average person will go to a degree, to a point, and say, you don't want to get too saved. You probably heard this, where you could be so saved till you know earthly good. You're so heavily bound till you know earthly. You see, that's an average person saying. And these are people that need to pull you down because you're shining. You shine. It makes no sense to tell them how you too heavenly bound, you know earthly good. See, they're telling you, see, you left us. That's all, and that's a good thing. I have folk gone because they heard the white spot. You so heavenly bound, you know earthly good. Sound good on paper. It makes absolutely no sense. Who are more Shamin bound than Yahushua? And the man in the book said he went about doing good. You see, folks make a fool out of you because you'll buy into this hype, and these people will make you think, I used to be saved like that. Saved like, so what are you saying? You ain't saying no more? I used to be like that. Everything the man decided to go. So what are you saying? I don't do nothing, he saved me no more. And you caught up on, man, I don't want to, man, you what? Yeah, I used to be like that. I was so saved all the time. Before the door of church, I'll be there. They telling you lies because they want to pull you down. If people to get you, they'll pull you. People intent when they're not serious about doing is to pull you down. That's just bottom line. You have to set yourself the way. Guess what? You don't let that stuff come. It's just like knocking you out when you putting the wall back. He said, I said, man, go tell them folks, man, I'm doing a great. Let me stop. I'm going to be back. Let me go ahead and tell these folks I'm working. What's happening when I come down and tell them? They succeeded. The fact you came down, guess what? We're going to get you back down again. So hold on, y'all stop. I'm going to go back down. Didn't I tell y'all before that I was working? I couldn't. Come on. See, come on. See, come on. I ain't got time to be fooling with y'all. See, I was up there working. I'm going, where we finna go now? Now pull me out. See, I'm losing time. Because I'm coming down and try to explain. So you like that, you work good. You ain't like Cam, save one person wrong. So this is, and I say it because you have to really set in your mind what you're willing to do. Hello? How far you willing to go? How many of y'all got limits? It's time. They say got limits. How many of y'all got limits? Come on, people. How many of y'all got limits? That's right. Then you're going to be tested to that limit. You're going to be tested to that limit. It'll look like the limit to the end, but it won't be. He said, except he should cut them, y'all mean short. He's not going to ever push me to where I can't be saved. See, that's what folks look at. He pushed me where I can't be saved. Don't push you so you can be saved. If it was as stressful and more than what you think, look at Yahushua. He had to stand still for the space of a whole day. He didn't do nothing, but he did what he had in mind set to do. Yahuwah was able to cut time short for him, wasn't he? Look how he'll make a way. He still suffered, didn't he? Yes, sir. And still covered it, and it was still right. That's right. At the end of the day, he made provision. And see, you got to be minded about it. That don't mean you say, when you get saved, you don't have to suffer. So what was Yahushua doing? So he wasn't saved. They judged him as a sinner by their records because of the state they were in. You think I let these people judge me to tell me whether or not I'm right? You actually think I let these people out here make a determination on whether Tony Smith right or not? They retarded. That's right. They have no mind, no consistency. And I'm going to let them decide whether Tony Smith right by their judgment? No. I got to go with the book. Ain't in nobody man's hand, ain't in nobody's judgment. They said, well, he said the Kodash is going to judge their rights. And I'd accept that. Exactly what book they're going to be using? Their own book? He going to get them a separate book that they can use to judge their rights? Or they going to have to use the same book that he got? Try to teach y'all to think for yourself. And this way you're going, you have to be willing to do what the next person won't do. Y'all got it? All right. We're going to try to get ready to move forward. Hopefully that helps somebody out. Everybody different. At the end of the day, I know what I came to do. Hello? Know what you came here for. How many of y'all came to be saved? Make sure you don't let nothing get y'all from that. Husband, wife, friends, kids, kinfolk, job, and finance. Whatever it is, self. Every day you came to be saved. So all of them going to challenge you. Your finances going to get low. Some bills, unexpected bills going to come up. Somebody going to kick up. Some kid going to get sick. Some kid going to do something. Some kid going to leave. It's going to be everything you think going to happen. Somebody ain't going to agree, don't see it the same way. At the end of the day, what you came here for? So what would you expect? Until people get that same mind, you don't get a fight from them. That's just being honest. I don't expect nobody who not doing what I'm trying to do to understand what I'm trying to do. The people I'm looking to understand what I'm trying to do is people doing the same thing.
Right.
Hello?
Right.
Well, they wrote to their fellow companions.
Right.
In what?
Tribulation.
Why? To the people who ain't in this fight with me. To the people who disagree with what I'm doing. What am I expecting? What response am I expecting? They wrote to people who was of the same mind. They communicated with people who had the same law, who were consistent. The people that I'm not talking to you anyway. Hello?
Yes, sir.
That's it. All right. Let's go ahead and sound the Katos Rock, and we'll try to move forward on from here. Ain't it all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all look like y'all sad. I'm glad. They ain't break me down. That's why I just let y'all need to know the secrets of my law. That's where I'm at. At the end of the day, I can't do one thing. Everything else is just one of them things. It's a plus, it's a bonus. At the end of the day, I only came here to be saved. Y'all got me? All right. All of that able, go down and, oh my goodness. Woo. I think the flow got harder since I left. Most High, Kudashaba, in the Shem of Yahushua, HaMashiach, Hadu, for all you done, you granted unto us by sparing our Qaeda, allows the symbol according to your Dabarim, that you commanded us to Shama, that we hearken and obey. Ask you to blot out all of our kata and our ma'al, which are our sins and our transgressions, according to the berith, which is the covenant that you shabbat, that you vowed to Abraham, Yitzchak, Jacob, the Yahudim, and Yasharal, to their Tuladaf, which are their generations, even unto us, that you recover us, those that are gone astray and taken from us, especially our young adults and our benim, our children. Ask you to confirm in us in our lives and our hearts. Allow us to zakah your dabarim in our lives, which are our minds, and remember that we kata not against you, which is sin. Asking you to baraka those that ask us to allow with them and for them that seek you and your understanding, that support your dabarim. The out of towns we ask you to baraka them and strengthen them on every end, being their nakum, which is their consolation. Baraka your Ra'ah and your Malaki, which are your messages and your shepherds. Your Shamaim and your Sabut, which are the heights of where you dwell in your armies. Jerusalem, the city and the place of Shalom, which is a peace. Please grant us your Ruach HaKadosh as an Adah, as you baraka others that seek you for it, that among your Shem, which is believing your name, that testify and exemplify the works of Yahushua HaMashiach, how he came and how he limited many, taught, how he he died, and he zarak, how he rose, how he was a benefit unto us, and how he redeemed us in due time by his dam, which is his blood, forgiving us of all our wrongdoings and giving us an opportunity to seek you with all. We ask you to search us to see if there be anything that could hinder, be a defect, a fault, cause us to stagger in others, to move it from us, that you might hala us, which is lead us into the rock everlasting, which is the way. Let the bar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our laws, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your sight. And as we prepare to move further, we ask you to take full control, that you get the tahalim, the praises, the kabod, the glory, and the kabod, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua, Yahushua HaMashiach, the anointed one. Let us all say, Amen. Man, I was finna try something. I said, you know what? I'm finna jump up right quick. My body said, nigga, if you don't get your behind up and get up one knee and a hand at a time, what's wrong with you, nigga? You appreciate a mind like that. Because I don't want to be like Humpty Dumpty. Hell, one of them great falls. Isn't that right? Well, we appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. Talk to y'all a little bit. Did y'all miss me for real? No, y'all didn't. I'll tell y'all, I'll hard y'all. How many y'all are hard, man? No, y'all don't. I got that for somebody. I like that. No, I'll hard y'all don't. Appreciate Yahuwah. All right, let's look at this. Oh, they already up there, Romans 15:4. All right. Somebody lost $20 outside. Photo like that. Who that? Oh, there we go. Let me get this straight. Let me get it straight. 7 people lost their $20. That man says that's $140. That's $140 now. All right. How many of y'all believe a Mexican had that? Who is your witness? Boy, you done. This ain't your $20. I can tell you, hold your hand up without shaking if he did it. If it here. He gonna bring you that 20. How many of y'all think we need to have a vote on the 20? I don't know that right. Is it y'all 20? How did it get outside? It fall out like in your wallet. How did it fall out? What kind of wallet you got? Let me see. I get back to that. Let me just say it. Let's open it up. I ain't taking that. Open it up. No, I ain't gonna do nothing. He want me to believe he had it like that. That's all I'm saying. Y'all see how this built now? Who carried $20 like this? So how would it fall out like that? How you had it folded? Oh, he had it like that. Let me see. You just hand me the 20 something. He had it folded like this. Now this is how it came in here now. This is how the $20 was. So the 20, let me get it straight. The 20 was like this. One more fold. And the 20 unfolded itself and it fell out of his wallet and said, shoo. Huh? It was folded on like that. So, hold on, how you found it? How was it folded over? How was it given to me? That's how I found it. So somebody $20. Jessica got a $20 missing and folded like that. Like Candy said, there's $140 out there. That's terrible. So how did it get like that? That $20 did not want to go back to Mexico. Because then he going to turn into pesos. All right, let's look at this. Romans chapter. See, y'all see how we do stuff? That's how we are. Now, y'all was at a Christian church. Thank you, Jesus. No, good and well, Jesus ain't had no $20. That's them lying. All right, this is Romans 15:4. All right, listen.
For whatever Nikatah before
was
Nikatah for our allotment.
So what happened?
That we endurance
through endurance
the kum of the Ketubim might have your call.
And we talked about before, understand this, for whatever was written before was written to teach us. We understand it from our language and what they're translating, saying, for us, Nikatab was written before, was Nikatab, was written to limit us, which is to teach us, instruct us, so that through endurance, which is mean to go through without giving away, and through consolation, nakum of the writings, the scripture, kitabim, we might have your call. We have an expected wait. Or we wait with anticipation or expectation. Correct? These are things we look at. Now, let's look at some things, or let's look at something that while I'm talking. See if that Colossians 2 and 7. Colossians 2 and 7. Let me ask you, how many of y'all are good with yourself? I mean, how many of y'all are good with yourself? Not satisfied. I don't want y'all to raise your hand yet, because I don't want you to lie. And when I say lie, sometimes we could do things kind of, we look at, I'm not lying. I feel like I'm good with myself. It's just, it's still stuff I'd like to change. I mean, sometimes what beat us up are the disappointments about ourselves. And instead of us trying to change them, we more or less kind of bask ourselves in them. You know, the things that we don't like about ourselves, and we use that as a hold up that keeps us back. You got to learn how to be good with yourself. When I'm saying being good with yourself, we're trying to make shalom with Yahuwah. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of times people say, well, I'm good with myself, I like myself, I don't feel like I'm fat, We're not talking about the physical. We're not talking about that. We're talking about dealing with the inner person. So I used to have a big problem with not being good with myself. So I used to have to be with a lot of people. I used to do a lot of drinking. I didn't understand it at the time. So I kind of bought happiness from people. Kind of soothe myself about who I was. Anybody understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you, how many people are good with themselves? Because that's something we have to know how to do. Because I had to learn how to seek shalom through another avenue. You know what I'm saying? Learning to accept yourself, what your limitations are, and then understanding what your abilities are and your strengths are. There are always some things you're not going to be able to do better than other people. That doesn't kill me. You know, some people, it kills them. If we race right now and you beat me, I ain't going to be able to rest. Why? There's no way I can beat everybody. I just use racing now. Mm-hmm. No. You know what I'm saying? When you're good with yourself, you come into a knowing and an understanding about yourself. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we try to get happiness and we try to get self-gratification with people. Like people say, you know, did you marry your soulmate? No, I married a woman. She has nothing to do with, she's not attached to my soul. People, how many of y'all heard that before, your soulmate? Mm-hmm. I remember when I first got married, this lady worked with me. I was a Christian, young coming in, then first job after coming out the street. And she asked me, I told her I was getting married. She said, you married your rib? I said, excuse me, because I never heard, she said, did you marry your rib? I said, I didn't want to look dumb, so I just got quiet, but I was dumb. But you don't let people know you're dumb. Because I thought this is something I should know because she said it twice. I don't know it. My rib. She said, yeah, because you want to marry your rib. So a lot of people don't marry their rib. Yep. Yep. That's how you do it. And you be like, that's right. I don't know what the blank she was talking about to this day. Well, I now pronounce you man and rib. You know what I'm saying? Take your light bread. Because people sell you this stuff, because you got to have light bread when you eat rib. Especially if you got a bunch of sauce. So people will sell you a lot of these little conjuring things they pick up from people, and they actually have nothing to do with what you're actually trying to do. I expressed that. Wayne, I talked to different people here. Me and John, we had a real good, long conversation too, and about even with dating and doing things. I'm more of a person, I tell you, when I was in the street, I did a lot of dating, man. I mean, my dating consisted of, I wasn't faithful to nobody. That just wasn't happening. That wasn't what I was trying to do. But then, while it looks good on the exterior, it actually says something about the type of person you are. Because you keep trying to find all these people to help you mask who you are. And you can't get satisfaction with one person, so you got to keep dwindling off in these places, and you thinking, you know, this the man in me, and this shows I can get around. I do think it really shows your inconsistency, and you're not really, you know, comfortable with who you are, and you need all these people to kind of help you in these different areas, because everybody offers you something a little different than the other. You got what I'm saying? So you keep looking at all these different places because you can't get one solid thing down, and that one solid thing is really looking at yourself and what you need to do and what fits you. That was something I had to learn how to do. I struck gold when I got mine. It just, you know, wasn't no spirit came in and shook me or whatever. You know, I just, it fell. It's just like it fell right in my hands, you know, kind of things, the work as it did, and it worked out for me in the long run. But I can just see where a lot of bad mistakes are made, because people look to try to find the gratification. We're not talking about sexual. We're talking about filling the voids and gaps they got in themselves that you really got to fix about you. A person can't do that. A person can be on a companion. They can't fill your gaps. You know what I'm saying? You got needs that a person can supply and give you, but any gaps you got in yourself, those gaps gonna still be there. That's just being honest. That's why a lot of people fail in marriage. They feel like, oh, I just don't feel like I'm getting everything I need out of this marriage. And I assure you, a lot of times it's people with themselves. Because you've counted on that relationship to repair all of the hurts and woes you got that you didn't fix, and you done dumped yourself on somebody and thought that was your complete man. You know what you need? You need to get married. No, you need to get yourself together. You need to get yourself together before you F up somebody else because you retarded. Yeah. You dysfunctional. That's being honest. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? And you'll wind up getting into a crash without one day where you put a lot on somebody that you really need to do on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I just feel like I didn't marry my soulmate. What? Somebody else supposed to be in your soul? That's yours. You are your own individual self. You'll get people that you can function with, coexist with. You got what I'm saying? That can help you, and y'all can be a benefit to one another. I ain't looking for nobody to suck the mud out of me. I ain't looking to try to suck the mud out of nobody else. You know, so when you just drain a person, and people will do that, and you'll make people hate you. A lot of people put people in bad situations because they put so much on a person. The person's still trying to find and sell themselves, and now they got to deal with your dysfunctionality. You know what I'm saying? These crazy traumas you got, and you getting and you thinking was supposed to come from marriage, and it doesn't, because you got to first learn to complete yourself. And I had to learn that over time. You don't get that. It don't happen overnight. It don't happen right before marriage. In 5 years, take time for a person to really learn themselves. Same thing we learned about this. This is a marriage I'm in now with Yahushua. And I came in at dysfunctional because I was counting him to do everything. I was counting on never getting sick, never getting hurt, never losing nothing, because salvation go over there. Whenever you say, everybody, one thing you don't know how to worry about when you get saved, sickness. You know who gets sick? Sinners. You never be broke when you get saved. You know who get broke? Sinners. You know, people don't steal from saved people. They steal from you because you're a sinner. Listen, these folks gonna steal you and they'll lie to you. They'll hurt you and they'll let you down. That's just part of life. That's part of life, but you gotta be good with yourself. I don't put everything that happened to me on me being the bad person. That comes with my commitment, because he's going to constantly test me. He wants to see, where is my mental stability at? What do you give? What do you quit? Is this something you really want to do? Because sometimes people will do something and you can clearly see that's not something they want to do. That's just being honest. It's just not something they want to do. You got to be real with yourself. Is it something you want to do? This come with a lot. When you set your mind and say you're going to be saved, you're going to be you can't still be you. There's no way I can still be the same Tony. It's no way possible. Then if I have, then I can't be saved. He would have never called me the same person I was. You get married, you can't be that same single guy. What's up, nigga? I'm the same nigga married. I'm staying. I can't. I got to get on. She said she needs some bread. I pick up some bread. Oh, nigga, weak now. I know that nigga soon as you got married. Nigga done punked out already, y'all. We need bread, nigga. I got to have lunch to go to work tomorrow. Got time for your foolishness? Hold me out with this foolishness. Trying to pull me out here about going and get no bread. Oh, that nigga, oh, why I got him now? Oh, nigga done been locked down. Coochie lock. I'm going to the store. Nigga, you don't go to the store? There's a lot of folk. Then now you got to fight your marriage, fight, show you ain't, and then you want to lose your good thing. Are you trying to prove to folk where you at out there? First, you got to be selling. You got to be good with yourself. Just like when a person get into it, man, how many of y'all, when you got married, things change for you? The same thing happened when you get in a relationship with Yahuwah. You can't be the same. Your commitments are different. I mean, we had a standing every Thursday night. We go to the football game. Man, I got family. I can't go. Things change me. Oh, nigga, now. No, see, I know that nigga. She done got in locked it as soon as you got the draw. Nigga, you locked down. I'm married. I can't be the same person. No more than you can in a physical state, no more than you can in a natural state. Well, natural, physical, natural, of a ruach state. Because now you're committed to Yahuwah. That means things have to change about you. Okay? Okay, then there's a thing we need to be mindful of, okay? This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 7. Listen.
Rooted and built up in him, established in the Amunah, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with Tudah.
Okay, now let's look what he's saying. Having been rooted, what happened here? That's right, seed got to be planted. How does it start off again from yourself?
Rooted and built up in him.
So what we just started with rooted, so a person think that when they start, having been rooted, meaning there's an action that took place to get you to here. The ED telling you this has been done. Mm-hmm. He didn't tell you to go get root, because at that point it hadn't been done. We're saying rooted, ED, we're saying this has been done. He's stating something that's been done. Which means you've been planted. Now who's going to understand this scenario? A husbandman, a farmer. Okay, having been rooted, having planted seed, and it's taking root. The root is what giving it strength. Now he's saying, and built up where?
In him.
And established in your amunah, that they're going to put faith. Something hoped for, never seen, never known of. That's what you got when you got rooted. Now you ain't got nothing you never seen or heard and you believe in it. We're talking about rooted, which means a seed had to be planted. Meaning that seed had to break a discipline. It had to let go. You know what happened in order for a seed to turn and transform into a plant? It has to let go of itself. And you know how to do that? It has to die. You know why you still you? And you can't use this. I had to tell you that you need to get rooted, get roots. Okay, I can't tell you having been, because this is an action that's already taken place based off the first form part of the statement. Okay, and a lot of us hadn't because we still us. You know what I'm saying? Don't make a nigga go back where I was now. Nigga, we shouldn't be able to go back down. So can that seed go, once that seed turn, we all guilty of that. Have we not? We'll say it in conversation. And sometimes I take a seed, right? That's the state the seed was in. That seed has to die in order for it to transform. Now, once that seed transforms into the plant, it can go back to the seed. No, sir. So how you can go back? How can you go back? You see that? Go get a plant. Get the sap. Go back to the seed. Mm-mm. No matter what you do, it won't go back to the seed. It'll die in that state. You take it up, but it won't go back to that seed. Right. Then you explain to me how you go back to the world. Mm. It is impossible. It is virtually impossible for that plant to go back to that seed. Yeah. How can you go back? Let's deal with it. Yeah, you can. All you got to do is go pull any plant up and show it to him and say, I'm going to put it back to the seed. He said, it can't. You know who told y'all that? Nicodemus. Nicodemus said, how can a man go back in the womb? Chris, don't make me go back to where I used to be. I'm sorry, y'all slipped. I ain't strong all the way. Y'all strong, ain't that strong? No, but no, what he's saying, let's look at something. What they shot out with, they were shooting out in the 3rd chapter of the book of Yahushua, when he talked about a man being born again. He asked about, can a man go back into the womb the second time? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's not what I want. So we'll look at Aleph, Yahushua 3. Seriously? That man said, yeah. Daddy, mama. Pastor Dexter. That's it. You know, people saying, I feel like I'm going to fall. I feel because that's the state you're in. You're in that state. You're in that state of mind. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, it is. It's a state of mind. You have to accept a lot of stuff. You know how many people have beat cancer? Ain't Smith, you had how many times? 2 times. Still here. I'm just curious. Did you give up to it? I don't know. Did you give in and say, I'm going to go ahead and die? I'm asking. I mean, because, you know, it could have been one of them lucky things. I don't know. Because I ain't have it. What did you felt like you were going to fight it? You were going to do all you could? I don't know. Did you? That's what you got to have. It's some people that get it. They go right to it and they let it go. There's a lot of people have a lot of illness. You get a lot of stories of people who survived cancer, I'm just using cancer as one, who survived other things. If people get AIDS and they die, if people get AIDS and live with it.
That's right.
Yeah, Magic Jones. I still won't go to no barbecue. Now let's say in the winter, it's gonna be the depth of winter. I guarantee it's gonna be so much snow ain't no way a mosquito can crawl out of there. And Magic ain't gonna cook. I'm bringing my own dishes. I ain't drinking out no cup either. I'm gonna wipe my hand on my shirt. I ain't gonna shut. I'm gonna do my, what's up, dog? And I'm gone. I ain't gonna ride in the car with him either. And we definitely gonna walk a poop like this and hug and man around that elbow, cut my chest and slap that thing open. And like, there's a lot of things we're gonna do because I got faith. I'm going up with faith. That's right. I ain't doing it. You ain't taking me down. All right. This is your Ukanon. They call 1 John, Aleph 3, and this is 2. What happened with 1? Okay. There we go. You can't be 2 if you ain't been 1. Let's say 3 and 1. Listen.
Behold, what manner of Ahab the Abba hath bestowed upon us, that we should be Kara, the Benim of Elohim.
So we're talking about called. That called be summoned. Here we look at called being named. Y'all know that? We've been named. The Benim. He talked about this is a greatness. And it's of Ahab, the Elohim, the Abba, who has given to us to be Yakra, the, what do they call it? What do they call it? Kara? Kara? I'm sure it look like Yakra. Be, okay. Could be the yard being used as an eye in the Kud. Where we at right here? Alignment. Alignment. Right here. Alignment. Shiva. Okay. They gotta do that. You fine. You fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we are. So it would be Kara, the Benim, sons of Elohim, and we are his Benim, his children, his sons. What do you call us? His sons? What's that? Where we at? Oh, we still got more to read. Okay, all right, Benim. Therefore,
the alarm knoweth us not,
because
it knew him not.
And the folk didn't know who Yahushua was. Y'all remember there was a lot of question about who he was. There was a constant questioning of who he was based upon where he was from, and it was all correlating back to writings. Okay? And the reason why they were questioning, he told you, because they didn't know. So now he just made a statement saying, this is a greatness that we have obtained this ahab, this affection, that we should be Kara, called the Benima Elohim. Therefore, the Arats, it doesn't know us. Why?
Didn't know him.
How would that make sense? Everybody know me. Who you? I'm the Ben Elohim. That it wouldn't make sense. Nobody knew him. It was a constant questioning. They took up stones. Hitherto my Abba work.
Our word.
They said they took up stones. Not only because he had broke Shabbat, but what was the problem?
And they each making themselves equal with Elohim.
Which means we didn't know who he was. Why would we stone him if we knew he was the man of Elohim? We were going to kill him because we didn't know that. Because we didn't know him. So this is what we got. This is the dilemma we have just based off of reading. Why is it that we're so adamant about trying to make sure we keep these relationships with people and they still know us? Yeah. Because who knew Yahushua? Even his own Akeem told him that if he didn't go up to keep the Muhar, they were not going to aman on him. So it's evident that once we really change our lifestyle, then there's an identity change, which means people are not going to recognize things that we say when we correlate it back to him and our connection to him. We'll think this is a negative. Why do people don't believe me? Why do people don't know that I'm the Ben out here, or I'm a child? You had the mind child of God. Why? Because they didn't know him. They didn't understand his relationship. Why are they going to understand your relationship with him? And now we're going to waste valuable, critical time trying to prove ourselves to people when he clearly told you, now we ought to be in Elohim. And guess what? Therefore, which means this is the rationale behind this. The world, what you call the alarm, knows
Us not.
reason. Because
It did not
Know him.
know him.
they ain't know him, but I bet you they know who I am. Now, guess where you want to go now? Who know where you want to go now? Cheers. Why? Everybody knows your name. Exactly right. That's right. The way I don't get too happy. That's only one right in 15 years. But y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So once we get that understanding, then when people challenge me and question me, should I be so thrown?
No, sir.
It's only because he giving me the rationale why they don't know me. They don't know me because people just know. They don't know because they didn't know him either.
That's right.
Which means I have to portray the same attributes.
That's right.
I have to have the same qualities. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
And this would be a negative for us, that people don't believe us, that people don't believe our connection, when yet this is a positive. Because this shows my connection.
That's right.
All right, let's see. Yedidai.
Now are we the benim of Elohim.
And
It doth not yet appear
reveal,
what we shall be,
but
when we know that when he shall appear,
when he is revealed,
we shall be like him.
why?
For we shall see him as he is.
Like that he is. We'll see him in that like fashion, and then we'll be transformed into that same fashion. So we're waiting. It's not yet revealed. Just like when you plant a seed, you have your call based upon what you put, based upon previous of the same species or what you'll get. But it don't appear yet. You can get sometimes, you can grow a squash or something. It can come up and it look different than something. You say, it's kind of funny looking squash. It doesn't appear yet until. So that's what we've been waiting for the appearance. Just like he told us, what did the husbandman do?
Waiting for the first fruit.
He waited for the precious fruit. He's waiting for the precious pari. Because he has an expectation based upon what? The farmer walking through that said, oh, it's coming up in the dam, just waiting, just come through monitoring. You know what's critical right now? He didn't plant nothing.
Right.
Yeah, shouldn't be long now. Ain't that right? I just got to have faith. No, he got to have amunah, which means he built up, he supported it. He put something in it. So his expectation is based upon what he put down. And what's been previous when things been done a certain way, he's following a pattern. Based upon time, based upon season, based upon rationale of how things are done, with the occurrence of nature, and with the favor of Elohim. So he has your call. You know when you have what we'll say your call, and won't call it faith. You have a belief or so, or aman or something, and you've done none of the above. You've done nothing to support the action. So like, well, coming down and being saved, I thought it was just on him. You asked him, he come save you. That's what I did. How many of y'all thought that was it? That's what I thought. You just pray and you ask him. Keep asking. You know why you didn't say it? Did you ask him? There's all kind of people ask this man to save him. That man don't save based off you action. Based off you asking. There's some action. Yahushua didn't come out of no Mizraim based off of them asking. They had to do a performance. There was a performance done. Why did they slay the lamb and strike the doorpost with it? Why were they eating bitter herbs? Why were they baking lacam? Why were they staying in their house, in their bed?
Commanded to.
That's right. That's who he saves. People would have, no, they sit outside and say, you know what? My God don't need me to be in the house. My God can save me in the front, backyard, or the side of the house. My God don't need me to cook now. All I do is wave my hand over the stove. My God says already cooked. This is foolishness. Y'all got it. It's foolishness. Okay, so we have some things we're looking for. Let's go here, verse 3. Okay.
And every ish
that does what?
hath this Yakal
He
in
put
him,
tikva in him, does what?
purifies himself.
So now when you look at it, everyone that has this hope in him purifies himself, even
As he is pure.
so. Now, if this is your expectation that when he comes back, that you're going to be like him, what did it take for his manifestation? His death, through obedience, produced the appearance of what we saw. His move through his obedience produced what we saw and what we benefit from. And I got that hope in me, which means I got to have those attributes.
That's right.
I got to have that same willingness. Y'all got it? Because I can't say, make me the Benim Elohim when I don't have the same performance. Y'all got it? It doesn't make sense. Which means I have a pattern that's been set for me to follow now. Y'all got it? That's what we look at. We talked about the sod, which is a trail. Got it? That's what we're looking for. We're looking to follow that same trail, that same pattern. If we're going to say that now we're the Benim Elohim, then we're going to look for it. This is a given that people are not going to recognize us in our relationship. Why? Because this is not a relationship that they're willing to perform. This is not a relationship they have. So why are they going to recognize my relationship? Their relationship, let me say, see, my God is not a building. Okay? I can tell you guys, your God is a builder. You know what my God right here. Everywhere I go, my God go. You see what I'm saying? People just start putting foolishness in their mind and just anything to justify what they're not doing. And they'll shake some of y'all. See, you believe you have to be in a place for him to save you. Yes. He told them to tarry in the city of Jerusalem. That's where he saved them at. And you believe you can go to Ephesus. When he told you clearly, he told them to tarry in Jerusalem. How long? From what? Which means they had a performance. Does that mean there weren't any outside elements, outside agitators to try to get them from doing what he called them to do? Once he told you to do something, don't nobody bother you. Everybody else, that's all he had to say. He told you to be him. I'm going to do everything I can to run you out of him. I'm going to do everything I can to drive you out of him. I'm going to get everything I can to try to persuade you to leave from him. Because he's giving you a summons to something that he's going to grant you the Ruach HaKodesh. Stop letting people make fools out of y'all. How many of y'all not understand what I'm saying? Then you can be saved. It's all about what you're willing to do now.
That's right.
I constantly look at what I have, what I got, what I work to do. I know I get ability, but I don't ever want that stuff to get in the way where it gets me from what you come here for. At one time, I got myself to a point it didn't matter what I had. I ain't never said I live on no street and no sewer now. Me, he ain't had that conversation. Some things you got to grow into. Y'all got me? That sewer thing still gonna be a shaker. We working on that sewer thing. I'm not that strong yet. Ain't that right? Maybe if I go to Mexico, stay with Jesse for a week, hang out, then Sue will be home. But no, we just looking at not having these limitations that come in and keep us from what he's trying to get us to possess, the Ruach HaKodesh. And this is only given to people he said that obey him.
That's right.
That's what you remember. The people he give it to is the people he said that obey him. What is he? You ask yourself. I want somebody to tell me reasonably. I want somebody to do it. It could be a cool. What is he telling you or he told you that you can't do? It could be either one of y'all. Anybody? What has he told you that you just cannot do? Can one of y'all tell me that? What do you know that he told you to do that you just cannot do it? There's no way. Because if you say there's no way, it's going to be because you set that limitation.
That's right.
How many of y'all he told y'all to jump out that building you want to be saved? How many of y'all had that mind? You said, if he told me to jump out the building, he said, I'll do it to be saved. I said that. If he told you to go stand in traffic to be saved, how many of y'all, you'll do it? And that's why he wouldn't tell you to do it, because it don't make no sense. He'll say, if you'll heart me, keep my commandment. That's tight. Jumping out that building ain't tight. Walking out in front of that expressway ain't tight. Lord told me to pick an elephant right now. I'll break my back trying to do it. He just said, if you'll heart me, keep my commandment. Whoo, I gotta grow. Why would I make you pick up an elephant?
Right.
Why would I ask you to jump off that building? It's been people, we've had that mind. And you don't realize this really is damaging. It's damning. Because I never told you to jump off no building. I never asked you to stand on no expressway. I'd take a gun and shoot myself in the foot right now like Harlem Night. Why? I never told you to do this. But we'll take what will look like a more strenuous way than take an easier way of just comply. We'll want to do this extra attribute all out the way, unnecessary to prove that we do, and the whole time it prove that you won't. Hello? Okay. So I'm saying, and everyone that has this, they won't use tick, but I say you call in him. That's how they purify themselves, even as
he is pure. So
this is part of me being one of the Benim Elohim. He didn't just say, if I have this in me, I purify myself. He said, that's what purified him. To know that I have something that he had. Sometimes we look at this and like, this is something we just got to have. He had to have the same thing. He had to have the same thing you got. The same thing. That's what purified him. His expectation of what Elohim would do based upon the writings. This is why he chose him, because of the fact he was willing to. He was a stickler for trying to please the Abba. He wrestled with, he would entangle with himself. The fact he asked for the cup to be removed tells you him looking, considering himself. This is something I do not want to do. But then it wouldn't please you. He obtained what we call favor. That's what we're trying to do. You can't obtain favor when you got the same limitation these people got out here. It's just at a time in your life, at some point, you got to break away and be able to do more than what the average person do. We weren't got to tell them to do something. I said, the average person go, done it. I said, this your number. I said, can't be the average. You know, he had 80, how many was it? 84? How many walked off? That's the average. And all of them looked and said, the average ain't walking off. And that's why he looked at them saying, based off of numbers, y'all guys shouldn't be here. Why would 12 of y'all still be here? When you just watched 72 people, really, why are you guys here? Because where are we going? You had the bar of Alam Kaid. So to leave you is to die. What they left thinking they were keeping obtaining, they actually looking at you obtaining death. So you have to be able to do some things that's above the average. Some of these people, they faint, they cry. You got to be, it don't mean, listen, you can still cry and be saved. You can still hurt and be saved. You can still get sick and be saved. You just got to remember why you're here. When I'm saying why you're here, we're not just putting it on the physical place, but we're talking about the relationship. We're talking about the commitment. Y'all got it? If you came and you never rationalized you dying and living forever, if you could just avoid some things you were doing, you came the wrong reason. I came here on the premise of me dying, and I want to live. I saw death, I tasted death, I lived death. I wanted life. That's why I'm still here. Hello? I'm gonna finish this up so I can let y'all go. All right, come on. Verse 4. Listen.
Whosoever committeth kata transgresseth also.
We at verse 4?
Yes, sir.
This one said all kata is transgression of the Torah. And kata is the transgression of the Torah. Yours don't read that?
No, sir.
What does it say?
Whoso-
Maybe verse 5 on here reads. Let me see verse 5. Hold on. Okay, come back. That's verse 6. Oh, all right, let's see what he says.
Whosoever committeth kata transgresseth also the Torah.
Okay, whosoever sin can transgress. Transgress is to go against the Torah.
For kata is the transgression of the Torah.
And you needed to understand what sin was. People told us sin, we know sin was wrong, but you need to understand the action of sin is a transgression. Can we look at what the definition of transgression is? You go to Google. It's already a hard pill to swallow. Like an aspirin. There you go. People take 3 and 4 aspirin. No water. That's a hard pill to swallow, like one baby aspirin. It's an act that goes against a law, rule, or a code of conduct, an offense. Okay? How many of y'all already knew what the definition was? Now y'all understand what a transgression is? So sin is a transgression of law, which means it's an act that goes against the law or against a rule or a code of conduct. The law teaches us how we ought to walk, which teaches us how we ought to conduct ourselves. Okay? So when you transgress, you go against how we ought to conduct ourselves, which means that's an offense, it's a crime, it's sin, it's wrong, it's wrongdoing, and it's a misdemeanor. It ain't no misdemeanor. Well, that can make sense because he talked about there are some that's not under death. So not that you've allowed for it. All right, let's go back. All kata is a transgression. We understand what it is now? Of the Torah. It's an offense. It's against. That's why Adam and Ka'ur got put out the gun. Not for fornicating, commit adultery. Not for telling lies. They went because it was an offense. That's why I told you all of it is a transgression. Most of our struggle is fornicating, adultery, lusting, maybe struggling, smoking, drinking. None of that was theirs. All it is, anytime you go against the Torah, that is a transgression, that is sin. Okay? Kata. And kata is a transgression of the Torah. So when he told us something was a kata, a sin, he was telling us that this is an offense. And that offense is a crime. That's why I punish people with putting them in, I put them in the dungeon. I put these people into Sheol because of the crime, because of the offense. Okay? All right, come on. Next verse, 5. And
Ye know that
you figure,
ye know,
you have faith
ye know
that
he was manifested
revealed.
to take away our kataim.
So what was he manifested to do? What was he manifested to do? Tell what? Say it louder. To be example. So what? Say it louder. That's right. Take away the offense. He just told y'all with transgression. That's what it is a transgression. So you need to understand what kata is. Y'all said, check out kata. What is kata? It's a transgression. What is a transgression? It's an offense. It's a crime. Hello? He was manifested to take away the offense. It offended Yahuwah. Hello? He says an offense, so he was manifest to take away the offense. That's what they do when they lock you up with they charge you with a crime. It's an offense.
Right.
So he was set to, a governor can come along and he can grant you clemency.
That's
He
right.
can grant you a pardon.
That's right.
And the only reason you know about that because Yahushua, we were told that the government was going to be well.
On the show.
And now he would manifest to take away the offense,
That's
which
right.
would give us a pardon. When you get a pardon, it's as though it never happened.
Right.
We men, we in the flesh, how we understand? The government going to be a punishment, and the governor can give you a pardon.
Right. That's right.
The president can give you a pardon.
Yes, sir.
Listen what happened. He will manifest, reveal, show to take away whose?
Our Kataim.
Kataim. And in him there
Yes.
is no,
Kata.
it's no offense. It's no offense. So think about this. When you brought an offering, typically what would the offering for?
Offense.
For an offense. So if I committed a kata, there was an offering that I brought in. That offering was actually given in reference to. Say it louder. Do what? Bryce trying to answer. Look up there. That ain't answering. No, to take away the offense. Because there was an offense. So a life was taken. The dam, which was the life of which was the living of the life, the blood. Life is in the dam. Was given for the offense. So it took away the offense.
That's right.
The offense was gone because of the dam, because of the offering. So that's how we understood when Yahushua came, how important he was, because he was given to take away the offense.
That's right.
You can keep saying sin, sin. What is sin? Wrong. It's an offense. Okay? Let me say. Sadiq, what it do?
Right.
Everybody.
It exalted.
Exalted.
A what?
Guim.
A goyim, a nation. But kata,
The reproach.
Pro.
disgrace. It's an offense. So now he just told you what exalted.
Sadiq.
So that's why we took Yahushua and put him up. That's what took us up. You know why? Because kata was a reproach. It was a disgrace. It was an offense to any people. That's how we know everybody can be saved. Any goyim, it was an offense. So what do we need to get rid of the offense?
Sadiq.
We needed Sadiq to go up. That's what took us up. It took away the offense, the reproach. He said, "A reproach to them
They reproach thee
fell well."
on me.
So what did he do?
Took away the offense.
It don't make sense. It fell on him and you still got it.
He ain't do it.
I wound up taking the blame for it.
That's right.
When it came down to how we knew he was innocent, the same way we knew with Benjamin,
That's right.
the one who had the cup.
Right.
He was not the one that took the cup.
Right.
But the offense fell on him.
That's right.
Okay? That cleared them. He said, anyone y'all find, he said, well, all is going to be your Aberdeen if you find it. So he looked at one person take the approach. He told them, far it be from me, Yosef wouldn't even agree to it. They said, well, he said, no. That don't make sense. He said, I wouldn't even be a Sadak if I let all of y'all suffer. The one who had the cup in his bag, that's who's going to be my Aberdeen. That's going to be my Abad. So Yahushua, what did he do at dinner?
He took the cup.
He took the cup because what the agreement was. The one who had the cup was the person going to take the offense.
That's right.
And they told y'all when you said at meat that he took the cup.
That's right.
And then it said they took it. No, it said he gave it to them.
him.
But y'all tell that lie on them. They said, no, you, I mean, they said, man, you stole this. You stole that. How you get it? He gave it to me. They told you clearly, Yahushua took it. That's why he was a bar. He told y'all, behold Mount God.
That's right.
He shall be extolled. He shall be high.
Very high.
Very high. Because guess why was he going to be very high?
Indeed.
It was going to exalt the nation. It was going to bring us up. Because reproach, the offense kept us down.
That's right.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
How many of y'all didn't understand what I just said? So y'all understood it. Then you can be saved. Why you been sitting here saying these people, the only people can be saved? Come on. And in him is no kata. Come on. Everyone, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Whosoever abideth in him,
Doth what?
kata not. Whosoever kata hath not seen him, neither known him.
Now let me tell you how they're gonna work. This is what the problem become. That the fact that he was manifested us, made clear, made known to us. Okay. Even has not known him. That's why I said written in the Nabaim. He set it up that it was no way that you should have still been able to been charged with kata and you couldn't get away from it.
Right.
That's why Yahushua, the Kazer told him, he said, all your benin shall be taught of me.
That's right.
He said, all was going to know me from the least. Hold you guys, pick it up, say that 5, 12, 4, 5. Abari, 5, 10, 8. See 5 and 8. No. 5, 4, 5, 13. Abari might be 4th chapter. Let me see, why 5 keep coming to mind? Let me see 5. So, yeah. Oh, 5. Let me see 5 and 3. Let me see. Operate. I'm trying to get y'all ready. Go ahead and get your mind up. I know it's raining. Y'all get to worry about flooding and falling out and everything else. 4, 8. No. 8, 5. Let me have 5 and 4. That's how I read. Why am I here? No. 4, 3, 2, 6. Let me see 8 and 5. Let me drop down. He talked about in the first covenant, Berit had been faultless. Then shall no need be sought. Am I the right one? 8 and
That's 7.
8 and 7. Okay. 8 and 7. Y'all excuse me. I don't have nothing wrote up. All right. Come on, let's see this. Listen to this.
For if that first Berit had been faultless, then should no Malcolm have been sought for the second.
So we look at the same thing with Adam. Had it been faultless, there wouldn't have been no need to have a second one.
Right.
Let's see what happened. Listen.
For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the Yamim come,
Saying who?
Yahuwah,
What happened?
when I will make a new Berit with the bet of Yasharal and with the bet of Yehuda.
I'm saying. It'll come to pass, says Yahuwah, when I shall conclude with the bet of Yasharal and
With the bet of Yehuda.
a what? A new berith. It ends here with a new berith. Let's see 9.
Not according to the Berit that I made with their Abba, in the Yom when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the bet of Misraim.
Because
They continue not in my Berit.
he said they broke my berith, and I.
Neglected them, said Yahuwah.
That's right. He said so. At that point, it was a matter of neglect. Neglect when you stop taking care of something. They can get you for neglecting your kid. When they feel like it's something's not been done properly, okay, they'll get you for neglect. They'll get you that for animals. They got him for that because we were his sheep and he neglected them. But he had rationale on why he neglected them. He said, because they broke my beret. Which he said, I wasn't obligated to give you the same service. Once you broke my beret, he said, I'm not obligated. I neglected you. Y'all hear that? All right. We started out together, but along the way, you broke the beret, the agreement we had. At that point, I neglected you.
Yeah.
Let's sing. And Yahuwah says that. Listen.
For this is the beret that I will make with the beth of Yasharal after those Yamin, said Yahuwah. I will put my Torah into their law.
Stop for a second. You see how he'll say it says Yahuwah? Because that's how we knew it was him speaking. That's why here in the book of Yirmiyahu, he was against them knobbing. He said they keep knobbing and they do it in my Shem. Because when we heard his Shem attached to it, we were among it that he said that. And he had an issue with people going and calling his Shem and saying he said something. He said, when I did not say that. That was how they knew. When the Nabal spoke, he let them, thus say Yahuwah. This was supposed to cause these people to hear. Because he said, my Shem is there. Okay. I shall
put my Torah into their mind.
He said, among them. And
write them in their law.
All right.
And I will be to them a Elohim, and they shall be to me a
See that? So now we start talking about the resemblance. I'm going to be unto them their Elohim, their mighty ones. And they're going to be to me as my arm. So we're going to supplement. We're going to replace. They're going to be to me as my people because they're going to be keeping this covenant. The people that's my people are the people that keep my beret. So if they keep the beret, guess what they're going to be? They shall be to me as my arm, as the arm that kept it because you broke it. And I'm going to be unto them as the Elohim.
That's right.
Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what happened. And
they shall not lament every ish his
they
rayah,
shall teach no more everyone his fellow citizen,
and every ish his ak,
saying,
know Yahuwah.
For
all shall know me, from the least to the greatest of them.
Right quick, let's get back over. Everyone abides in him, Qatar.
Nah.
He said, Kataim are sinners. Qatar, even though it's plural, not. Everyone, Qatar, has not seen him. When people commit Qatar, he said they hadn't seen him. Even has not
known him.
That makes sense based on what we just read now from Abarim.
Yep.
He said, because all of them going to know me. Are these people going to be committing Qatar, they're going to know him?
No, sir.
Why they not going to be committing Qatar?
No.
He said, because I'm going to teach them. I'm going to teach them. That's how they're not going to Qatar. Because they're going to learn what Qatar is. Qatar is an offense. When I tell you something to do concerning the Torah and you do it, then you're not committing Qatar. You Qatar when you don't do what I told you to do. That's an offense. Okay? And you'll only do that because you had known me. Because somebody else taught you about me. He know we're going to sin. He know we ain't going to live right all the time. Who taught you that? He said, no more people going to teach everyone saying know Yahuwah. I know him. I sin all the time. He said, we're not doing that no more. I'm going to limit these people, and they're going to know me. And I'm not going to remember their Qatar. Y'all got it? All right, let's see. Everyone about him, Qatar not, everyone that Qatar has not seen him, even has not known him, which means you haven't been limited. Nobody that's been limited going to commit no Qatar. Come on. Little.
Benin, let no ish deceive you. He that doeth Sadiq.
The one that does Sadiq.
It's Sadiq.
You know what? When you do right, you ain't nothing but a sinner. All righteousness is filthy rag. He said, your righteousness. See, people here, how many of y'all heard that? Righteousness is a filthy rag. Anybody heard that? He was talking about their right, not his right. He that does what he says, he said this person is righteous. This person is Sadiq. This is not their own right. This is not their own way. Even as
he is Sadiq.
That's how I'm righteous. So how they gonna be wrong? That's what I do. He's teaching you a game we used to play, flip, get like me. He said, don't let nobody deceive you. Anybody that does what's right is righteous just like I am. That's how they're his benin. They bear that gene, that trait. Come on.
He that committeth kata,
the one doing the kata,
is of Satan.
Is of Satan. For
Satan, kata from Rashid.
See that? He's been saying this in Barashit. For
this purpose, the Ben of Elohim was manifested to destroy the works of Satan.
That's right. He's taking down the works of it by teaching them, by limiting us. That's why it was written that we were all going to be limited by. Because once we get the information, it's just not possible. The information doesn't allow it. I know it's seen in people. That don't make sense. It does. People do what they know. So when you teach them right and they take on that attribute and their performance of doing right, then they don't commit kata, which takes away the power of Satan. Satan power that he manipulate people that hadn't been taught. That's not consistent. That's his power. So when you limit them, you take away his power.
Right. Right.
We get rid of the offense.
Right.
Why was he coming to kill Musha? Huh?
Offense.
He offended. It was an offense. For him to go and not do what he told him immediately. That's why in the book of Kahalah, it told you not to defer when you made a beret. Because he was coming to kill him. But what did his wife do? She circumcised his being and she threw it down at his feet. She took away the offense. Obedience takes away the offense.
That's right.
That's why it's such a drive and teaching on us conforming to. Because obedience takes away the offense. He told us in the book of Yekah, when a man turn from his kata and do that which is sadiq, then he said, I will blot out his kata. But when a man turn from his sadiq and he commit kata, then I will blot out all of his sadiq. Are not my ways equal? Are not your ways unequal? Because once the offense comes, I don't remember nothing you did right. I ain't gonna remember nothing you did right. But once you turn from it and do that which is right, the offense gone. That's what Yahushua would move. That's what he moved for, to take away the offense. How many of y'all don't understand what I just said? Then you can be saved. How many of y'all heard whoa, 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 whoa? He intended for us to be saved. How do y'all come up with this in your mind? He don't want me to be saved. Why is he giving you understanding? And I will give you raw after my who? On law that's going to, they're going to lump you. Feed is what a shepherd does with his sheep. With what? Not with straw and grass, with knowledge. And you're going to understand what he's telling you. Do you understand what I just told you? Then you can be saved. Right quick, verse 9. Listen.
Whosoever is born of Elohim
doth what?
Not commit kata.
That's why he told him about being born again. Nicodemus want to know about being born of the flesh. He said that which is of the flesh, it can't be spirit. It's got to be flesh. That which is of the ruach, that's of the ruach. So what is he trying to get him to do? He was trying to get him to come in the ruach. You already been born in the flesh. He wanted to go back and do it again in the flesh. He said, no, that which is of the flesh, it is flesh. That which is of the ruach is ruach. That's why he was trying to get people to recognize whose son was he. Your book told you that he was the Ben of Daud. Why? Because of the ruach.
Flesh.
Because of the flesh. Was Daud ruach?
No.
How would he be Dauz for the spirit?
Couldn't.
He couldn't. He had to be of the flesh.
Right.
He was the Ben Elohim of the flesh.
No, sir.
How was he the Ben Elohim?
Ruach.
What is Elohim?
Ruach.
This is all we got to teach. How many of y'all understood that? Then you can be saved.
Right.
There was no complexity. Which means your attributes, your ideals, your performance start to mimic what's written. That don't mean it's go. I'm the Ben Elohim of the Ruach has to be, but I can perform the duties. He said, "This is what I do." He that's righteous is righteous, just like I am. How is Elohim righteous? By His word. What did He give me to follow and to know Him?
Word.
So when I know that and I do it, guess what? I'm right like Him.
That's right.
So now I'm the Ben Elohim.
That's right.
But you're the flesh. I never said my flesh was. These stupid, dumb Christians have been convincing people that their flesh is the Son of God. They should have been saying they were the son of an itch. You know what going in front of itch.
That's right.
Everyone being born of Elohim doth not
Commit kata.
for his.
Remaineth in him. And he cannot kata.
He is not able to kata because
He is born of Elohim.
we talked about in the beginning how rooted, built up, couldn't go back to the seed. Born out, he can't go back to commit transgression. That's an offense. You had to be translated, transformed over to become the Bnei Elohim. You couldn't possibly go back. That's what the writer told him. Well, he's saying that, but he don't mean that when explaining to me how a plant can't go back to a seed. Explain to me how that plant can't go back and be a seed. Is that possible? For that plant to come out produce tomatoes. Tomatoes we have what? Start might have what? 6, 8 tomatoes. Go right back to one seed.
Can't happen.
It breaks the discipline. It's not possible. It's not possible for you to commit kata if you're born Elohim.
Not possible. That's right.
If you can get me to believe that, I need to go let you take a plant with fruit, whatever's on, and break it back down and make it to one seed. It's impossible. You can't.
Can't do it.
You know what's stupid to do? Go take a seed from the tree. Your mama. You cannot take that tree, you cannot take that plant and old fruit and produce it back to one seed, can you?
Nope.
You cannot commit kata.
That's right.
The discipline that's strong. That's two.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.